Let me talk to you. Welcome back, guys, to Fog Entertainment. It is another movie review. We're in the 2020s here for the movie Talk to Me, and let's talk about it. Let me talk to you about this movie. 2022. Simple plot. When a group of friends discover how to conjure spirits with an embalmed hand, they become hooked on the new thrill and high-stakes party game until one of them goes too far and unleashes terrifying supernatural forces. Da, 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 da. Budget was 4.5 million USD, which I think is quite incredible. And it did $91.8 million at the box office. Now, it's saying 2022, but I'm pretty sure it's more of a recent one. Watched it on Amazon. I mean, Rotten Tomatoes gave it a 94%. Amazon gives it a 4.5 out of 10. And IMDb's giving it a 7.1. I think this movie, it's alright, but I think it just gets a bit crazy. In terms of the cast, we've got Sophie Wilde in there, So Teresquez, who's an ugly motherfucker. We've got Miranda Otto, Joe Bird, Chris Aloso, Otis Danji. But essentially what it boils down to is touch the hand. They're only allowed like 60 seconds or so before things go tits up. But of course, there is a younger kid like Riley, and these party games, the younger kids always want to get involved. But it was a mistake getting him involved. It absolutely was. They get him involved. He stays too long in it because let's let the kid stay in. Fuck with his head. Good day, mate. Yeah, you wanna Foster's? A good call. Crocodile Dundee. Fucking hell. Yeah, governor, stingray. That's a knife. That's a knife, and Riley here is gonna touch that hand, and he's gonna say, "Talk to me," and he's gonna be like, "Well, it's a bigger knife than I thought, governor." That sort of piss, the Australian, good day, mate. The Australian driver's license. You betcha, gobber. Exactly what I'm talking about. So Riley, he gets put into a coma, and essentially what it is he is comatose. And Joe Rogan came out and said this is like the scariest movie he's ever seen. Like, I'm not saying it's not like, a horror, it's not a bit gory, it's not a bit creepy, but to come out and say it's the scariest movie you've ever seen, especially someone who's like an influencer, and I mean, everyone's entitled to their own opinion, I guess, but you would just expect this guy to have a bit more of a valuable opinion. After like watching this, it's like, was Joe Rogan smoking crack when he was watching this? Like, the gore is alright. Like, to me, like, you look at like a Terrifier, for example, there's a lot of gore and blood in that. But you look at this movie, and it's like, yeah, like the head bashing, splitting the head open, it is pretty extreme. I'm not trying, well, I say extreme, it's probably like, in terms of extreme, it's probably like a 6 out of 10, nothing more, nothing less, to say the least. But yeah, essentially what it ends up being, Maya tries to save Riley, poor little Riley, but Riley cannot be saved. And that is it. She's taking out the main man, she's taking out Riley in his wee wheelchair, and then she gets pushed out the road in front of a car or not, and then now she is one of the possessed creatures. Oh no, Maya, R.I.P. to big Maya, R.I.P. to big Maya. Talk to me. Let me talk to you. What do you think about talk to me?
Alright.
Alright?
It's alright, mate.
Is it alright? Judging by her face, it looks better than alright. Look, quickly look.
Oh god.
Yeah. But it ends. We're pretty much at the ending here. Thanks for joining me.
Okay.
I finished it. Like, I did this movie, and I think Joe Rogan, back to Joe Rogan. For him to say it's the scariest movie I've ever seen, I think that's a bit ridiculous there for big Joe Rogan to suggest that, but I think the ending was a bit lackluster as well. Like, oh, she's now at the other end of the hand jobbers. Has anyone ever used the term hand jobbers before? Hand jobs. Well, yeah, they've used that term before. But the ending sets up for like a prequel or a sequel. But I think for a movie done on a 4.5 million budget, it was quite good. I think you look at this and you thought, they've spent a decent bit on it, despite the fact the actors are jobbers, which I think is definitely a case here. But like I say, the biggest jobber in it was So Teresquez, the ugliest looking motherfucker I've ever seen in my life. And that's where we're going to end this video, guys. So until next time, I'm going to give this movie a 6. What would you give it?
6.
2 6s. One more for the devil. Until then, peace.